RL series response, and with the help of RL series response we find out the current and voltages and phase, angle and power factor for the RL circuit. So after calculating the phase response for RL, we have performed the phase response for RC circuit. Values, then phase, angle and power factor for RC circuits. After that we have completed RLC circuits. We have learned how to create the phasor diagram for RLC circuits. We have find out how the voltage and current vary in RLC. Then we have calculated the phase, angle circuits. After that we have covered three phase systems, how these three phases are generated. So first point is the three-phase system. Three-phase system is connected into two types. First one is a star and second one is a delta. There are two connections for three-phase system. Okay, as the name suggests, star. So we make the wiring in such a manner that it form like star. Okay, and next is delta. So that can be represented like this. So we make the connection as we can see in the form of delta, and the name as suggested right here, star. So we make the connection like star. Okay, so these are three wiring, first, second and third. These three wiring are used to make the three phases. Okay, so how these phases are generated? So as you can see right here, there are three wires, red, yellow and blue. These three wires are present in the star connection. So as you can see in this diagram, so finished terminal connected together. So as you can see right here, this is the star terminal. This is called finished terminal. So these all finished terminals are connected with each other. Okay, and the start connections or start terminal are open. Okay, so this is the formation for star connection. Here, how we make the star connection? We connect the finish point with each other. Okay, so there is three wire. This is called first wire, this is second wire and this is third wire. So there are three wires. Okay, so there are three wires. They connect with the finish terminal and star terminal is open. Sir, are the three phase R by B points voltage source? We cannot say that this is a complete voltage source. They generate a force. Actually, when we pass the current through this inductor, it produces some phases. Okay, so as you can see right here in this, so this is some voltage. All the voltages are somewhat same. Okay, so this is voltage. If we take the average, then this is called the total voltage V. Okay, so all the voltages, this is in plus or this is in minus. So we take the average value for three phase. Clear? Finish terminal is neutral point. So as we can see right here, so all the finished terminals are joined together, so it form a neutral point. Okay, so when we connect all the finished terminal, they form a neutral point. Clear? So the next point is we have to learn what is the phase voltage, what is the line voltage, what is the line current and what is the phase current. So anything which is generated across these phase bindings. So these phase bindings are, there are three phase bindings. So anything generated with the help of these phase bindings, these are called phase voltages and phase current. Okay. So if this current is generated right here, this current is generated right here, they all are known as, write in chat box, they all are known as phase current. Okay. If any voltage is generated between these phases, okay, if any voltage is generated between these phases, all voltages are known as phase voltage. Okay. So phase voltage is represented as EPH. So PH is phase voltage. Here, and all the currents across these are called phase current. Clear, everyone? What is phase binding? Okay, so these wires are connected at some point. So these are called a binding. So these are formed like a inductor. Okay, so that's why they generate the phase angle. Clear? When we pass any current through these wires, they generate a phase. Okay. What is phase binding? Clear? Any doubt till now? What is the phase binding? What is the phase angle? What is the phase current? What is the phase voltage? So anything which is generated with the help of these phases are called phase angle, phase voltage, phase current. Clear? No doubt? Okay. Now come to the next point. As we can see that these phase windings generate different phase voltages, phase currents. So these are three wires: red, yellow, and blue. As you can see right here, these three wires are connected to your this three-pin shoe. Okay, red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so these three pins are connected to your transmissions lines. Okay, clear? So this is a line voltage in between red and yellow, red and blue. All the voltages are in line. Okay, so these are all input voltages, and any current flowing through these wires, like there is a IL current is flowing right here. So this current is called a line current. This current is flowing, I current is flowing right here. It is a line current. And this IB current is flowing right here is called a line current. Okay. So we can represent it as IB. We can represent it as IB, and we can represent it as IR. Okay. So all these currents are line currents. Anything which is generated across this inductor or this wire, okay, so that is called a phase. Okay, so E and R is the phase voltage. Now what is I and Y? As you can see that this I and Y flowing through this wire. Okay, what is the phase current and what is the line current? Okay, so we have denoted all the voltages and the currents according to the notation. So as we can see, here is, so with the reference of neutral point, we have represented all the voltages and currents. As you can see right here, this E and R represent the voltage from neutral point to the R point. Okay, the neutral point to the R point. So this is the E and R voltage. Now let's see right here, I and R. So this is the neutral point. This is the current flowing through from neutral point to from the neutral point to the R point. Okay. Now let's see right here. This is the voltage across P and V. So it is flowing from the neutral, and there is a current. So that's why this is I and V. So it is flowing from neutral to the V. Lastly, we have the third phase. So we have represented the voltage E and Y and the current I and Y. So these are the notation for this complete circuit. Okay, so we have represented voltages and currents across each phase, line voltages and line current. So as you can see right here, this is IR flowing across called a line current. So why we have represented in the form of IR? Because this current is flowing through the branch R. Okay. Now IY. So this is a line current flowing through the branch Y as IY. Lastly, we have current IB. So this current is flowing in a branch B. So that's why we have represented it as IB. So it is called a line. Okay. Now line voltages. Voltage between red point and blue point. So we have represented EBR. That is called a line voltage 1. Next is voltage between R and Y. This is second voltage. Third voltage is E by B. So these are 2 points, by and B. The voltage between these points is called E by B. So all these voltages are called line voltages, and all these currents in the line branches are called line. First phase is E and R. Okay, so where is E and R? This is E and R. The second phase is E and B. Okay, the second phase is E and B, and the third phase is E and Y. So third phase is E and Y. Clear? So what is the phase difference between two phases? I have told you earlier that when we divide the complete angle, so as you can see right here, we have a complete angle of 360 degree. If we want to calculate the phases, then how you can calculate the phase angle? So complete angle 360 divided by number of phases 3. So we have calculated that the phase difference between two phases is 120 degree. Now we have to calculate the phasor diagram. So we will consider the two voltages. First voltage consider NR, and second voltage we consider NY. Okay, so this is NR voltage and this is NY voltage, and we have to consider the resultant. Okay, so how we can create a resultant for two vectors? Resultant of ERY. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is the first phase E and R. Second phase is E and Y. If we want to create a resultant, we have to draw the perpendicular from this E and R and perpendicular from E and Y, and they meet at some point. This is called the resultant. Okay. So how to calculate the resultant for two vectors? There is a direct formula. If we have two vectors, one vector is called V1 and second vector is called V2, then we can calculate the resultant vector using this formula. So resultant vector is equal to under root of V1 ka square plus V2 ka square plus 2V1 into cos of phi. We will put the values right here. Is EPH ka square plus 2 into EPH square, because these two are same, EPH and EPH. So that's why it is EPH square. Multiply by cos of 60 is 1 by 2. So this 2 is to cancel out. and we achieve the value EPH ka whole square, and we sum up all these values, so we achieve 3 EPH square. So this square is cancelled out, so we finally achieve under root 3 into EPH. So line voltage is equal to under root 3 of phase voltage. The figure that these all currents are flowing through these branches which are in series. Okay, so when you take any loop, we are taking a loop from N, R, Y, and N. Okay, so all the currents are flowing in series. So when the current is flowing in series, so we cannot divide the current. Same current is flowing through the complete loop. Okay, so that's why this IR is equal to INR. So as you can see right here, the line current is equal to a phase current. Okay, I by is equal to I and Y. So this is the line right here, and this phase current is flowing through the same line. So this current is not divided. So that's why both these currents are same. And IB is equal to INB. So this is the other case. This IB is the line current, and this INB is the phase current. These are same. So that's why we can say that INR, INY, INB all are equal to the phase currents, and IR, IB, and IB all are equal to the line current. Okay. So if these currents are flowing through the same branch, they are in equal position. So that's why we consider the line current is equal to the phase current. As you can see in this figure, delta is connected from the red first terminal to the last terminal. So how you can represent the delta connection? We connect the start and finish terminal. We connect the start to finish terminal. Okay, so this is the start and this is the finish terminal. This is the start and this is the finish terminal. So in this manner we connect a delta connection. Okay, so how we can represent the delta? In the math you will find the delta is denoted like this. Okay, so delta is denoted like this. So we have to make our connection like this notation. Okay, like this notation. So that's why we have connected 3 wires in this manner. Okay, so let's take a look for this delta connections, how we have represented it. I'm going quickly to demonstrate this across the field in the circle. All the phase currents are also represented in the circle. Okay, now all the line currents and phase current. This is IL is a line current, EL is a line voltage. This one is also a line voltage. Okay, this is called line current. This is also called line current. So you understand how we have represented all the notation in this figure. Okay, so as we have seen from the previous example that these are the voltages across the phases. Okay, these are the voltage across the phases, so that's why we call, and these are the currents across the phases, so these currents are called the phase currents. So as you can say, the notation E12 is equal to ERY. So these are the connection which is made in clockwise direction 1 2 3. Okay, so we made the notation that the voltage across first to second terminal So this is first terminal to second terminal. Voltage is ER by. The voltage from second to third terminal. So this is second to third terminal is E by B. Okay. The voltage from third to first terminal. So this is third to first terminal is EBR. Okay. So these all voltages across the phase 1, 2 and 3 is all voltages are equal. Okay. If these are equal, then we can represent the notation ER by E by B and EBR are equal to the line voltages. Okay. So in case of delta connection, the line voltage is equal to the phase voltage.